Most people think harvesting fruit is just picking it by hand and sending it to stores. That's wrong. The global fruit industry, valued at $708 billion, $100 million, 0 cents by 2028 per Grandview Research, uses robots, AI and drones to deliver fresh produce to your table. This video explores the world's top harvested fruits, highlighting cutting-edge technology and American favorites like apples and avocados, backed by FAO and USDA data. Start with apples, America's top fruit, rich in fiber for heart health. The US produces 4.5 million tons yearly, with Washington leading at 65%, says USDA 2024. Workers lift and twist apples to keep stems intact using chest-worn bags. In 2025, robots with AI cameras harvest apples in Washington, cutting labour costs by 30%, per artificial intelligence review. Farmer Jane in Yakima says, "Robots let me focus on quality, not just speed." Avocados packed with healthy fats are a US staple. Mexico grows 2.5 million tons annually, exporting 1.4 million tons to America, per USDA 2024. Farmers use clippers to cut stems and drone-guided poles for tall trees, ensuring no bruising. AI sorting machines grade avocados by size and ripeness, boosting efficiency. US demand jumped 25% in 2025, driven by healthy eating trends, notes Statista. Coconuts, full of healthy oils, come from Indonesia, producing 18.3 million tons yearly per FAO 2023. In Lampung, farmers climb 50-foot trees with ropes, but drones now scout ripe clusters, reducing risks. Farmer Booty says, "Cocobots save time and keep us safer." Coconut oil, 20% of Indonesia's coconut exports. Fuels America's keto diet craze, meeting growing demand for natural fats. Mangoes loaded with vitamin C are harvested in Mexico at 2.1 million tons yearly, per USDA 2024. Farmers use nets to pick mangoes at dawn, guided by AI sensors to detect ripeness. Fruits are sorted by robotic arms to avoid scratches. Maria in Chiapas says technology helps us meet US demand for perfect mangoes. Mangoes are a favourite in American smoothies and salads. Bananas high in potassium are led by India with 35.2 million tonnes per FAO 2023. Teams cut in 60-pound bunches, catching them to prevent bruising. Drones monitor fields in Tamil Nadu. Ensuring green bananas are picked for shipping to the US. Their long shelf life cuts food waste, a key focus in 2025 sustainability efforts. Aligning with American consumer priorities. Indonesia harvests 3.2 million tonnes of pineapples, rich in vitamin C per FAO 2023. In Lampong, farmers cut pineapples with knives, but AI-guided machines now sort them by sweetness. These pineapples reach US stores, with organic varieties up 15% in demand. Says Fruit Logistica 2025. Technology ensures the crunchy texture Americans love in pineapple recipes. As you may know, Brazil grows 16.1 million tonnes of oranges, a vitamin C powerhouse per FAO 2023. Workers twist oranges off stems, but robots are being tested in Sao Paulo to pick fruit. Despite greening, disease cutting yields by 20%, per Choices magazine. Hurricane Milton in 2024 hit US orange groves, pushing reliance on Brazil's supply for America's orange juice market. Spain produces 1.1 million tonnes of watermelons, hydrating and low calorie, per FAO 2023. Farmers cut ripe fruit when tendrils brown using human chains. In 2025, robotic cutters with sound sensors detect hollow watermelons, improving speed. Seedless varieties are top sellers in US markets, meeting consumer demand for convenience. India's papayas, at 6.3 million tonnes, offer vitamin A, per FAO 2023. Farmers pick them when skin turns yellow, using drone-monitored fields. Spain's plums, at 168,000 tonnes, are sorted by AI machines, boosting exports by 10% per Fruit Logistica 2025. Japan's peaches, at 130,000 tonnes, use robotic arms for gentle picking, sold as $1,800, 0 cents per kilogram gifts. In 2025, fruit farming faces hurricanes and labour shortages, per USDA. Robots and drones help, but 40% of US farm workers are undocumented, risking $19 million, 0 cents in losses. FAO says 80% of Americans want more fruit for health. Try an apple or avocado today and share your favourite with Onat Fruit Harvest on YouTube.
Hey guys, ever seen a giant amphibian as heavy as a dog and over a century old? In China's top salamander farming hubs like Hunan and Shanxi, high-tech facilities transform these living fossils into prized farmed meat, worth up to $1,500 each. But how do farmers raise them under such strict conditions? Stay tuned as we reveal the secrets and the conservation debate. For centuries, the Chinese giant salamander, a 6-foot, 66-pound amphibian with a 100-year lifespan, has been prized in medicine and haute cuisine. Tang Dynasty records, 618 to 907 AD, describe it as a luxury delicacy for emperors, while ancient medical texts credit it with boosting immunity and longevity. Despite being almost blind, it uses touch and smell to navigate and communicates with barking, whining, and crying sounds. Male salamanders fiercely guard their eggs, ensuring survival. By the 2000 sets, wild populations declined, sparking large-scale farming and processing factories. Experts like Professor Wei Qi highlight advances in controlled breeding and water filtration, enabling farmers to grow salamanders faster and larger. With premium specimens selling for up to $1,500. Inside China's high-tech salamander farms. How do farmers raise a 6-foot giant? Did you know that China's giant salamander farms operate like high-tech aquatic laboratories, ensuring these ancient creatures thrive? In underground caves and freshwater tanks, farmers meticulously control water temperature, 16 to 18 DGC, oxygen levels, and pH balance to recreate their natural cold water stream habitat. But how do they ensure survival? These amphibians are highly sensitive. Even minor water contamination can cause them to stop eating. That's why farms use automated filtration systems, UV sterilization, and smooth-bottomed enclosures to prevent stress and injury. Light exposure is carefully regulated to mimic seasonal cycles, encouraging breeding. With such precision, salamanders reach market size faster while maintaining top quality for processing factories. Would you try this farm delicacy? Breeding Chinese giant salamanders is a delicate process, requiring precise environmental control to mimic their natural cave habitats. Unlike fish or amphibians with externally fertilized eggs, salamander eggs are gelatinous, adhesive, and laid in clusters within hidden crevices, similar to amphibians like axolotls, but requiring longer incubation, 30 to 40 days at 16 to 18 DCC. According to Professor Wei Qi from the Chinese Academy of Sciences, artificial incubation improves survival rates by 40%, protecting eggs from disease and predation. Once hatched, larvae are raised in oxygen-rich tanks with smooth sloped bottoms to prevent injury. Dr. Liu Zhang, a leading aquaculture specialist, emphasizes that continuous water circulation, UV sterilization, and temperature stability are critical, even if minor fluctuations can halt growth. When ready, salamanders are transferred to processing factories, ensuring quality control for the luxury market. Would you try this precision-farmed delicacy? Feeding giant salamanders is a precise science that requires careful planning to ensure optimal growth and health. Their diet consists of small fish, worms, and high-protein pellets, formulated to accelerate development while maintaining nutritional balance. Unlike in the wild, where growth is slow and unpredictable, farm salamanders reach market size within 3 to 5 years thanks to controlled feeding. Mr. Zhang, a veteran salamander farmer, shares that each salamander's appetite is closely monitored, with uneaten food promptly removed to prevent water contamination and disease. If water quality drops, they stop eating, he explains. By maintaining strict feeding schedules and pristine water conditions, farmers ensure these amphibians remain healthy and stress-free, producing high-quality specimens for processing factories. Would you try this farmed delicacy? Once the salamanders reach commercial size, they are carefully harvested and sent to processing plants for distribution. These amphibians serve a variety of markets. Some are sold to high-end restaurants, where they are made into soups, stews, or braised with herbs and spices, while others are sent to herbal medicine markets, prized for their supposed health benefits. While farming of giant salamanders has helped reduce illegal hunting and boost commercial supplies, some conservationists worry that over-reliance on farming could overshadow efforts to protect wild populations. In some areas, breeding may even threaten the genetic purity of native species. So the big question is, should farming replace wild harvesting entirely, or should there be a balance? What do you think? Should more effort be put into agriculture or conservation? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Sign up now for a deeper look into the world of livestock and aquaculture. How do these melons travel from the farm to the processing factory to your table? Join Trending Farm now to uncover the full story. How does the U.S. maintain its position as one of the world's top watermelon producers? With 4.3 billion pounds harvested annually, this $500 to $600 million industry thrives on innovation. Experts say advanced automation and large-scale processing factories are key to meeting demand. Efficient farming and high-tech processing ensure a steady supply, notes agricultural economist Dr. James Carter. The U.S. contributes to the global production of over 100 million tons of watermelon, with Florida, 39,000 acres, Texas, 26,000 acres, and Georgia, 21,000 acres, leading the way. This thriving industry relies on cutting-edge machinery, automation, and efficient farming techniques to maximize productivity. In this documentary, we'll take you inside the entire process from planting and irrigation to harvesting, processing, and packaging, revealing the technology that keeps this summer favorite fresh and abundant. Have you ever wondered what it takes to grow the perfect watermelon before it reaches the processing factory? It all starts with selecting the right farmland. Farmers choose well-drained, sandy loam soil with a pH of 6 to 7, then remove rocks and weeds before plowing 30 to 45 CE deep to improve aeration. To maximize efficiency, they use plastic mulching technology, which warms the soil, retains moisture, suppresses weeds, and prevents soil-borne diseases. Imagine vast fields where mulching spreaders and bed shapers work in sync, automating soil preparation. But how do farmers ensure strong, healthy plants? Instead of direct seeding, they use high-tech nurseries. Where climate-controlled greenhouses maintain an ideal 75 to 85 DGF for germination. When seedlings are ready, automatic transplanters precisely place up to 2,000 plants per day. Setting the stage for a successful harvest. Why is modern drip irrigation far superior to traditional watering methods? In the past, farmers relied on flood irrigation, which wasted water and increased the risk of plant diseases. Today, advanced drip irrigation systems use sensors and automated water flow to deliver moisture directly to the roots. Maintaining optimal soil moisture at 1 to 1.5 inches per week while minimizing waste. Specialized drip installers lay irrigation pipes beneath mulch, while smart irrigation controllers equipped with AI-based moisture monitoring fine-tune water levels in real time. But water alone isn't enough. Bees are essential for pollination. Each plant produces both male and female flowers, and bees ensure proper fruit development. Some farms even use AI hive management systems to monitor bee activity, boosting yields for the processing factory. Each year, billions of pounds of watermelon are harvested across the United States through a combination of manual labor and advanced machinery. The process begins with identifying ripe fruit, a hollow sound when tapped, dark green rinds and dry tendrils near the stem indicate optimal maturity. Modern farms also use AI fruit scanners to analyze sugar levels, ensuring the best quality before harvest. On large farms, manual harvesting remains common, with workers twisting or cutting melons from the vine. In Florida alone, 4,200 seasonal workers harvest over 1.1 billion pounds of watermelon annually. To improve efficiency, many farms utilize mechanical harvesting systems. In Texas and California, conveyor belts transport melons efficiently, while self-propelled harvesters reduce labor costs by 40%, processing up to 2 acres per hour. Once collected, automatic watermelon sorters classify melons by size, weight, and ripeness, ensuring only the best reach the processing factory. From vast farms to supermarket shelves, every watermelon embarks on a high-tech journey. Within 24 hours of harvest, trucks deliver fresh melons to processing factories, where they undergo washing, sorting, and packaging. The rotary washing system removes contaminants, while AI-powered optical sorters grade melons by size, weight, and ripeness. Automated packaging systems prepare them for distribution, with temperature-controlled warehouses 50 to 60 dg fast, preserving freshness. Watermelons then reach Walmart, Costco, and Whole Foods, while 25% of U.S. production is exported. Cold chain logistics and blockchain tracking ensure freshness and transparency. The future is even brighter with drones, satellite imaging, and AI monitoring, revolutionizing farming. Want to explore the future of agriculture? Subscribe now for exclusive farming documentaries.
Wild hogs are relentless. A single hog can devastate a cornfield overnight, with some farmers reporting up to 30% crop loss in severe cases. Their rooting behavior disrupts native plants, endangering wildlife that depends on the bayou's delicate ecosystem. Beyond agriculture, hogs damage levees and irrigation systems, creating costly repairs. Controlling their population isn't a one-time task, it's a continuous effort to safeguard the environment and local economy. Trappers, often farmers themselves, take on this challenge with grit, driven by the need to protect their land and provide sustainable food sources. Louisiana's bayous are a haven for wild hogs, creating unique challenges for population control. Dense vegetation offers perfect cover, while narrow waterways and shifting currents provide easy access to abundant food like roots and crops. The muddy marshes, unlike dry lands, are ideal for hogs rooting and wallowing, fueling their rapid spread. Navigating this tricky terrain demands skill and patience from trappers who face obscured paths and unpredictable water. Controlling hogs in this unforgiving landscape is a hard-won victory. Setting a trap is a meticulous process. Trappers use the pig brig, a robust netting system designed for efficient capture. The setup involves anchoring sturdy T-posts, securing high tensile netting, and laying bait, often corn or fermented grains, to lure hogs. Each component is placed with care, drawing on years of experience to maximize capture rates. Once set, traps are checked regularly, sometimes remotely via trail camera. Discovering hogs in the enclosure is a moment of triumph, confirming the trap's success. Approaching captured hogs requires caution. Trappers follow strict protocols to ensure safety, using tools to secure the animals within the net. The hogs are then carefully transferred to a boat for transport, a process honed to minimize stress for both trappers and animals. This methodical approach reflects the skill and dedication behind each capture. Once captured, hogs are processed into high-quality meat. Cleaning and processing are straightforward but precise, yielding cuts for roasting, grilling, or sausage making. Wild hog meat has a rich, distinct flavor, prized in Louisiana's culinary traditions. A favorite is jambalaya, a hearty dish blending hog meat with rice, bell peppers, and Cajun spices. This meal often brings families and communities together, turning a challenge into a shared celebration. Meat isn't just food, it's a resource. A single hog can yield up to 100 pounds of meat, providing sustainable protein for local families. This cycle, from trap to table, showcases the resourcefulness of bayou communities, transforming an invasive species into a valuable asset. Trapping wild hogs goes beyond economics. It's about stewardship. By controlling hog populations, trappers help preserve Louisiana's wetlands, protecting native species and preventing further environmental damage. Their work balances human needs with ecological health, embodying sustainable resource use. For many, it's a way of life, rooted in tradition and resilience. What do you think about turning a problem like wild hogs into an opportunity for food and community? Louisiana's trappers show us how ingenuity can address environmental challenges. To learn more about their efforts or explore Cajun recipes, visit local Louisiana conservation sites or share your thoughts on social media